talk to me. If you feel the need or when you need the feeling, talk to me. If you feel the need or when you need the feeling, talk to me.
Hola a todos, I'm Timothy Go. That's IT is in unfamiliar territory this week. We are coming to you from the city of Barcelona in Catalunya, España. A city rich in culture, tradition, architecture, and mobile phones. Yep, Barcelona is playing host to the who's who of the mobile telecommunications industry in an annual gathering that gives us a crystal ball view of the shape of things to come inside, outside, and around our mobile phones. Thin, fast, 3 megapixels, HSPDA, GSM, you name it, it's decided right here, right now.
Ironically, at this time of the year, mobile phone circuits get overwhelmed in Barcelona. More than 50,000 people participate in the annual 3GSM World Congress. This is where the wireless community come together to meet and greet each other. But more importantly, this is the event where mobile phone makers and service providers are put on the spotlight for the world to see. I've been wanting to attend this event for some time now, given my passion for looking and touching beautifully made mobile phones. And there are no shortages of those in Barcelona. I promise to show you more a little bit later on in the show. This year, I was given the opportunity to rub shoulders with a who's who of the mobile telecom industry, and I didn't miss it for the world. The 3GSM is the mother of all mobile telecom conventions, where trends are forecast and decided on. Movers and shakers from all over the world are represented here.
Oh, it's very exciting. I think it's great for our partner relationships. Really, it's a great place to network, but it's also really great for us to see what our worldwide operators are doing, and we're really working more closely with our international group here and really starting to share insights about consumer adoption and usage, and this is really a great forum for doing that.
This is where the industry comes together. This is the best way of saving time, to meet in one place the entire ecosystem of customers, partners, and vendors. So it's very efficient for executives to be here and meet with each other, get deals done, but also learn new trends and, most importantly, learn about new services that we can launch in the market. Well, typically, people really look at 3GSM for what announcements have come out. And you may have seen our Windows Mobile 6 launch, which is a fantastic progress given the growth rates that we've experienced and the success that we see ahead of us. So yes, this is a very important milestone, and it does dictate the year ahead of us in the sense that you will see more action from us, and I think that's what people are all saying. Partner in this space and grow together.
This year, the biggest attraction is India. Here are the numbers. India has 150 million subscribers, but market penetration is only 15%. India is already the world's 4th biggest mobile market behind China, the United States, and Russia. India is also the fastest growing major market this year, and it is expected to overtake Russia. Now that represents a big opportunity for businesses. On the other hand, there was little noise about China, which I've been told was often likened to a hare against India's tortoise in past 3GSM events. Top players like China Mobile and China Unicom were nowhere to be seen. The world has been waiting for the Chinese government to award 3G licenses, but so far it's not happening.
And what is the buzzword in Barcelona? Convergence. It is touted as the mobile model of the future, but is it as good as it sounds?
By simply looking at all the new handheld devices that run mobile TV, music downloads, and video cameras, one would be forgiven to think the age of convergence is finally upon us. Maybe it already is, because at the 3GSM World Congress, industry guys seem to be talking more and more about closer ties with the entertainment sector. This is not the first time, of course. We heard the same buzz at the CES in Las Vegas. And it seems like service providers don't have much of a choice because it's a strategy for profit. And consumers don't seem to mind. Surely I don't.
The industry of mobile communications is fundamentally changing a lot. And there's a lot of trends in convergence, of course, of the traditional telecommunications world of voice and data services merging with social networking phenomena and IP networks, which allows much more user-created content to emerge. And I think in the future, what you'll see more and more is that telecommunications companies, and particularly the current service providers in Asia, are not just activating new subscribers, they need to rapidly launch many more new services in the market. And they need to do that because their margins are under pressure, and they clearly are under shareholder pressure to grow their top line as well as their bottom line. So they look for partnerships. They look for partnerships that allow them to create new consumer services, new business services, and particularly leverage their existing networks, whether it's fixed or mobile networks. That doesn't matter so much anymore. It's really the convergence of that Web 2.0 infrastructure with the telecommunications infrastructure together. So there's a dramatic change ahead of us.
But insiders I spoke with all confess a lot of work has yet to be done before we can really have seamless interactivity on our phones. But rest assured, work is underway to make our mobile phones switch tasks from phone calls to instant messaging to watching TV and listening to your favorite music.
Oh, the mobile communication is the future. There's no question. It is a very big, there is still a very big untouched area in the mobile environment, and the future is limitless.
Convergence-wise, where do you see it going?
Because the mobile communication meant mobile phone for a long time, but it's a past. The future is that everybody will have one handset which provides all kinds of the services which people will need in the mobile environment. So the opportunity in the future will be almost limitless, and it is just going to start now.
In the United States, industry insiders are seeing a rising trend of both business and consumers moving from simple voice functions to more integrated services on their mobile handsets.
Well, I think consumer adoption of these has just begun, and I think one of the reasons is it's been highly focused on the mobile professional, and this is a great pivot point, I think, for Windows Mobile, as well as for T-Mobile, to have devices that are more accessible, approachable, at affordable price points with simple UI and great design, and that's what consumers care about, is good price, good value.
And here in Asia, we, the consumers, are pushing companies further. We're asking for more services for our mobile phones.
Asia is a phenomenally interesting place for mobile consumers especially. If you look at the difference in markets, where India, the PC distribution is fairly little compared to the mobile capabilities of the country. So clearly, to reach segments, mobile devices become the entry point for internet access, for learning, for knowledge, not just for consumer entertainment. In China is a similar situation, although the broadband penetration is far greater in China than it is in India. And in many other Asian countries, the challenge of GDP per capita, or spending power, is clearly influencing the need for innovation. You need to innovate at the lowest price point. That puts pressure on hardware manufacturers, software manufacturers, and operators to bring together a compelling experience that's at the lowest possible cost.
Nonetheless, Microsoft remains excited with what it can offer convergence in years to come, especially in Asia and specifically in the entertainment field.
We are very bullish on the IP television market for consumers because it is personalized TV and it allows you to have a screen experience with a number of services. So for example, you could do picture-in-picture viewing, but not just that, you might be able to do instant messaging on your screen while you're watching a movie. So that converged service is available for consumers in the very, very near future. And it's very exciting because it's a revolutionizing television industry.
But for now, it seems the telecom industry's enthusiasm for convergence is slow to infect the general public.
the real reason they haven't been adopted more broadly has been that they haven't been as simple to use. And I think this is a great stride forward for us.
How much our mobile phones can do really depends on how much we can multitask. The more we can do, the more our mobile gadgets can do for us. That's IT in Barcelona. We'll be right back.
Visitors to Hong Kong splurged during this Lunar New Year holiday, but locals, it seems, were not spending. Find out why on Primetime News.
Okay, bye.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, yourself.
There he goes again.
Finally, we can have some meaningful conversation.
Sure, we can chat all night if you want.
Oh, good. Let's get comfortable then. Oh, great.
Well, he did say he wanted to talk all night. To enjoy unlimited mobile calls from home, connect to Singtel Mio. Connect to Singtel Mio Mobile for as little as $15 per month and enjoy unlimited mobile calls from home with these phones, including the new Nokia E65.
Mio.
In this new season of Who's Who in China,
你说妹妹是天啊，我等你。
喜欢不喜欢跳舞？
Masters in Art Education for Children and Fast, Wang Rugang and Hu Yunqi shared their passion for the art with Yang Ming and the joy of their choices. Who's Who in China, Thursday and Friday at 7:30 p.m.
They are men with a mission to protect and preserve their country's peace. The Singapore Armed Forces. Drop in on their biggest and most extensive air-land integrated exercise to date. See how they train their people for battle and find out about some of their weapons of warfare. Concept to capability. Tuesday, 27th February at 9:30 p.m. on Channel News Asia.
To me.
That's IT is in Barcelona this week for the 3GSM World Congress, and I know for a fact many of you out there decide on your mobile phone based on the overall look. Whether it be slim, candy bar, flip, slide up, what's sexy is really up to you, but have you ever thought of the software that runs the applications inside our mobile phones?
In order to experience true convergence, we require something fast, yet simple. Hardware manufacturers are trying their very best to pack in more features into a more compact phone. Now, software is also moving forward to offer a friendlier user interface. After all, it is the interface that we have to navigate constantly to get to the functions and services we require. Microsoft launched Windows Mobile 6.0 in Barcelona to meet the challenge. The smartphone operating system now gives us the closest possible PC experience right in our smartphones. And it incorporates all that is great about the PC version of the Windows Vista. Too good to be true? Well, I asked around to find out more from the people behind it.
What we've done is done a whole bunch of things that make it easier for customers. We've added richer email, so you can do things like you can now go in here and see all the fonts and colors that your email is meant to have. So if I go in here, you can see I've got pictures in my mail, I've got bold, I've got italics, really rich experience.
So just like how it is if you get that email in your PC.
Exactly. In fact, our research shows that roughly 80% of the email people send in the world is HTML mail. So having HTML on this device is bringing back the richness into the mobile experience. So it's great.
Okay, apart from the mobile worker, though, who else are you targeting this platform for?
Well, great question. One of the things we've done with this release is we've integrated support for Windows Live into Windows Mobile 6. Windows Live has over 200 million customers around the world using free live mail, using live messenger. We've integrated that right into the device. So now on my home screen, I can use live search to search the web easily. I can go in here and contact all my buddies in live messenger. And I can even go in here and get live mail and use HTML mail with live.
Okay, I'm almost sold, but I got some specific questions to ask.
Specifically, how would you make it easier for people like us to be using this?
Great question. We've done a whole bunch of things. Everything from changing which buttons are displayed. So for example, when you're going through mail, we actually delete the default key because that's the thing most people do. Adding things like HTML mail, we've also added a new wizard that makes it so much easier to set up email. So we work with hundreds of types of email, and now it's very easy. In a few clicks, you can easily set it up.
Okay. And how similar is it with a PC experience? Do you get the same thing in a smaller window?
You get a lot of it. In fact, one of the things we've done is we've taken the Vista look and feel for this release. You get Office Mobile, you get Live, as I've mentioned, and we have over 18,000 applications. So just like Windows on a PC, you get a lot of choice. Games, music, it all works really well.
Okay, and as you were talking about the Vista, what sort of the Vista innovations do you have in this Windows 6.0?
Well, we've got a great one. Vista comes with this new thing called Windows Mobile Device Center. So it's a central place to manage all aspects of your Windows Mobile 6 device. I can manage my email, my calendar contacts, and music and pictures. So for example, when I plug in a Windows Mobile 6 device to Vista, it treats it like a camera. So if I've taken new pictures with my phone, and most phones have camera, what'll happen is Vista will automatically tell me I've got new pictures and offer to move them over for me. One of the nice things I should mention we've added is we've also added a big customer request. You can now actually send contacts via SMS, which is something our customers in Asia have all been asking for a couple of releases.
Convincing. But are service providers really satisfied with what the Windows Mobile 6.0 can offer their customers?
Things like faster access to email and easier connections to the people that matter most for them. The shortcuts that were demonstrated, as well as the integration of the My Faves application, which is a T-Mobile branded experience for our users, really help, I think, simplify access to those people.
The user friendliness is most important thing, and what has been missing in many products in the past. So we believe this level of the user friendliness to be brought by the Windows Mobile 6 would be satisfactory, would not fail to satisfy our business users. We are firm believer of the convergence of the PC internet world and mobile communication world. That's the reason why we jumped into the mobile communication carrier business. And for that, it is indispensable for us to have the very strong platform. And Microsoft Windows, the Mobile 6, just fits to such needs of us.
Well, one of the selling points for Microsoft is having integrated the best of its PC look and feel into the smartphone OS.
Our focus since we started was to think about a consistent platform. We really feel that that kind of a consistent platform is what's going to enable development of great applications and services. Well, with Windows Mobile, they see those same things, whether it's a start button that opens up certain menus, whether it's opening up an email and it looks similar to what's on your desktop. So we think that we've taken those experiences and made them consistent, and that's why it becomes so easy for people to very easily use our products.
So it's exactly the same as what I get in my PC?
It's not exactly the same. Obviously, with a smaller device with a smaller screen, there's certain changes that have to be made, and we've thought about that, but the idea was to get as consistent as we could, so again, it became simple and easy for people to use.
It is Karen's responsibility to make the Windows Mobile 6.0 look good, so she's giving us the highlights of the phone. She's just doing her job. Well, we took our cameras outdoors to find out what real people here in Barcelona have to say about the innovations announced in their own backyard.
La persona profesional está buscando sobre todo que tengan aplicaciones de Symbian o Windows Mobile para poderle poner diferentes aplicaciones, tanto de oficina para poder leer documentos, como también un GPS, un callejero, o sea, para tenerlo todo en el móvil desde el punto de vista. Y el iPhone, pues bueno, ya es como que un nivel más avanzado, el próximo paso en móviles, ¿vale? Lo que es la maniobrabilidad y la facilidad de poder manejar un móvil simplemente con las manos, ya ni siquiera tienes que tener el puntero para poder manejar el PDA, sino que simplemente con las manos lo puedes hacer. Además de la implementación, es simplemente tener el ordenador en la mano.
Prefiero un teléfono más gordo y que más como una compu, o sea, poder verificar mis email y cuando sea, porque ahora siempre sí está cuando sea, más que yo no uso tanto para la música o las fotos, pero sí, los email me interesa bastante. O sea, que sea más gordo, pero que se pueda leer bien los email.
Yo creo que preferiría el de la música, como camino un montón, me gusta ir escuchando música todo el tiempo y pues si tengo un teléfono que además me ayuda a caminar y entretenerme, pues prefiero ese a que la computadora, porque bueno, mi portátil para eso sirve al final, entonces pues yo no la ocuparía mucho.
I must admit, I am not a smartphone user myself just yet, but after seeing how much smarter they've become, I might just consider. In the meantime, I will stick to my passion of collecting beautiful mobile phones. So coming right up, we'll show you the sexiest mobile phones released here in Barcelona.
Visitors to Hong Kong splurged during this Lunar New Year holiday, but locals, it seems, were not spending. Find out why on Primetime News.
NTUC Income, together with 938 Live, organised an investment outlook seminar at Suntec City. The seminar attracted nearly 400 people. It offered insights into the current investment climate and discussed the issues facing investors.
It's always good to have up-to-date information to improve your own personal strategy.
I still believe in the fund for the NTUC, especially the combined fund is very diversified. So nothing much for me to worry. I just put the money parked there and I sleep very peacefully.
Times are good now until end of March. April come down a bit, and July, August pick up again. So, but basically, the whole year it should be okay. 938 Live listeners had the chance to learn from several experts what are the important factors to look at for 2007. Some of them have decided that it is really too complicated. They might as well leave the hard work of investing to the experts.
Tomorrow on Parental Guidance, a third party comes between James and Ling. She is the maid from hell.
Jocelyn, don't ask so many questions. Children, don't bother your parents.
Welcome to the family, Mimosa.
You're welcome.
Be a man, Mr. Tito. Fire that me.
Parental Guidance, tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. on 5.
What is a woman's best friend?
Diamonds.
Diamond? Can diamond be cooked?
That's a woman's best friend.
I think it must be the bird's nest.
Bird's nest, American ginseng, and other herbal gems. From classic recipes to exciting new interpretations with Cheryl Fox and Chef Thomas Chai on Herbalicious Thursday, 8:30 p.m.
This program is brought to you by Yu Yan Sang.
Talk to me.
That's IT is in Barcelona this week. Mobile phone manufacturers are investing heavily on the design and the overall look of their phone. Form factors, as they call it. Now, if you asked me 2 years ago what phone to buy, I'd tell you it depends on your needs. Ask me that same question now, and I'll tell you, go out and buy whatever suits your outfit. Coming up now is a bird's eye look at the latest, flashiest phones released here in Barcelona.
Design is really our heritage, and it's our lifeblood. And we really think about design, we think about form factor, and then the colour, the materials, the finishes, because when we do our consumer research and our insights, what we found is that consumers want great design. Slim, good-looking, portable. But at the same time, what we also learned is they want to have great experiences.
And now that we've learned all about the software that runs the applications inside our smartphones, it's time to have a look at the hardware released here at the 3GSM Congress in Barcelona.
Baila toda la noche así, que la canción no pare. Vamos a quemar el lugar, sigue el compás chiquillo. Fiesta en la plaza, donde yo te vi llegar. Fiesta en la calle, donde yo te vi bailar. Donde yo te vi mi amor, o de quedarte mío. ¡Ole! ¡Ole! ¡Legaste, hija, que legaste! ¡Ole! Vete pa' la fiesta, sí, donde la canción más brilla y el corazón palpita. Vete pa' la plaza, sí, siento que para...
Look at the time. It really zooms by when you're having fun. Time has its way of pushing you forward, just like the mobile telecom industry, doesn't it? Well, my next destination is unknown, but at least I know which phones I'm gonna get my hands on this year. Yes, phones with an S. But for now, it's adios y hasta el próximo semana. I'll see you next week. That's it.
Channel News Asia, a network of MediaCorp News.
This is Channel News Asia. Time by F.P. Jean. Brought to you by Sincere Fine Watches.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melvin Young.
And I'm Glenda Chong. You're watching Primetime News on Channel News Asia. In the headlines, a pull-out from Iraq. Britain says its troops in Iraq will be cut substantially in coming months.
The U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney vows America...
Feel the need when you need to feel it, talk to me. If you feel the need when you need to feel it, talk to me.
Korea, land of the morning calm. But the calm breaks once you mention digital electronics. Hello everyone, I'm Timothy Go, and this week on That's IT, we take you soul searching on the streets of Seoul. In the last 5 years, Seoul has transformed itself into a tech paradise, much like how Tokyo was in the 80s. So if you want a glimpse of a digital future, then better book a flight to Seoul.
On the surface, Seoul looks very much like any vibrant Asian city, with its upbeat, funky residents enjoying life as it's meant to be. But zoom into their hands and inside their purses, and they tell a different story. Because in there, you will see the latest gadgets and gizmos any man or woman would love to have. 90% of Koreans own a mobile phone, and about 80% of them are connected to cyberspace, wired or otherwise.
Young audience, they're very tech savvy because they're all, such a vast majority is under 27. They all have the expendable income now, but it's It's seen as a good reflection of what's going to happen elsewhere. It's not just technology. Starbucks brought in their green tea lattes in Korea before everywhere else. There's a couple of Lexuses and phones, even Japanese cameras and things going into Korea first.
일단 저희 한국에서는 CDMA를 사용하는 특수한 환경에 있습니다. 그렇지만 그거는 한 2.2세대에서 한 2.5세대 정도 되는데요. 3세대 이상, 그 이상 되는 세계에서는 어차피 글로벌하게 통합된 통신 규약을 아마 사용을 하게 될 겁니다. 한 예로 뭐 HSDPA 같은 것도 한 예가 있는데 그러한 글로벌한 통신 규약을 이용한다면 저희 HP 쪽에서도 그쪽에 그 드라이브를 걸 수 있는 하나의 큰 거대한 기회가 올 수 있다고 판단이 되고 있습니다. 그래서 그러한 신기술을 접목을 하고 그다음에 신기술에 맞는 제품들이 저희 뭐 R&D 쪽에서 개발이 많이 될 텐데요. 그런 것들이 나오게 되면은 실질적으로 고객분께서도 저희 HP 제품하고 더 많이 이제 친밀해지고 더 많이 사용할 수 있는 그런 환경이 되지 않을까 생각이 되고 있습니다.
Korean companies are also tapping on this hunger for high technology by continuously churning out products that meet the needs of its people.
I think Korea has a tremendous innovation drive, and that's partly driven by, I think, the entrepreneurial spirit of Korean people. They're very driven to innovate, and the second factor, I think, is the government's support to create a broadband intelligent network nationwide. Many years ago is really paying off. Their capability of delivering services on top of this broadband network right now is higher than anywhere else in the world.
One company taking a leading role is Samsung. As of 2006, it is the world's largest electronics company. For a company whose name literally translated means 3 stars, Samsung has rose to the top of the world, attaining itself a 5-star rating along the way. In just 10 years, it established itself as a reputable electronic brand name all over the world. The world's leading brand consultant has ranked Samsung the fastest growing in the world for the last 4 years. Interbrand's annual survey of top 100 global brand names ranks Samsung as the world's 25th largest brand name. That is up from 34th place in 2002 and from 42nd place in 2001.
It's been phenomenal. I mean, those brands have been around for a long time, but in terms of globally competitive technology, they're getting a lot better now. It's especially been since after the economic crash in the late 90s when Korea put all of their money into technology. And since then you've seen it's just been phenomenal.
Samsung also leads in terms of market share in a wide variety of electronic items, taking first place in the production and sales of LCD screens, monitors, Blu-ray DVD players, CDMA mobile phones, mobile PCs, and a whole lot more. According to its history books, Samsung entered the digital age early when it recognized the revolutionary opportunities facing it. So it quickly positioned itself as an industry leader in digital technology earlier than any other electronic manufacturers.
It's a great success story, and the innovation that they're generating also in the TV space and home electronics is really something to really admire from a management team perspective. For consumers, it has lowered the price points and then brought greater quality to the masses.
After a quick swing through Seoul, I realized Samsung makes items that any household would need now and items we don't even know we want or need yet. DMB, or digital multimedia broadcasting, is an example. Just a year and a half ago, no one knew what this was. Now there are over 1 million subscribers all over Korea. Subscribers, as our cameras observe, watch their favorite TV shows on the go. No downloading needed. You watch your favorite Korean drama while you're on the train, in real time, on your mobile phone. And then there's this. I'm the first TV journalist to actually touch this. At least that's what he tells me. The SPH P9000. Is it a PC? Well, this butterfly-looking contraption is a PDA-based device that uses mobile WiMAX connectivity. It comes with a CDMA phone for voice communication. Now, do we need all this when we already travel with our laptops? Perhaps not. Not yet, anyway. But ask me again when the P9000 comes out sometime in the first half of this year.
Seoul is indeed living in the digital age, far ahead from what other Asian countries can only call the future. I'm going to take a break here. That's IT in Seoul. We'll be right back.
Talk to me.
With Hong Kong's economy expanding and seeing a budget surplus, this year's budget is spreading the wealth with huge tax relief measures and one-off rebates. All the numbers on Primetime News.
Okay, bye.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, yourself.
There he goes again.
Finally, we can have some meaningful conversation.
Sure, we can chat all night if you want.
Oh, good. Let's get comfortable then. Oh, great.
Well, he did say he wanted to talk all night. To enjoy unlimited mobile calls from home, connect to Singtel Mio. Connect to Singtel Mio Mobile for as little as $15 per month and enjoy unlimited mobile calls from home with these phones, including the new Nokia E65.
Mio.
Thursday on Primetime Morning.
Healing Words, a therapeutic tool that uses folk tales to help people in despair. A clinical psychologist will explain how it works.
Then an Asian art form that is used to create objects of craft and fine art will examine the works of a company that has become synonymous with fine porcelain sculptures.
Plus a chance to pick up a Patrizio Buone CD for free, only on Primetime Morning tomorrow.
Nel silenzio sento un angelo.
Don't miss this memorable baby bonanza for the family. Join us at Baby Care Festival at Suntec, Singapore from 2nd to 4th March. Get up close and personal with celebrities. Be first to find out who'll be crowned Mother and Baby magazine's cover baby. Capture visual mementos at our Magic Wonderland setting. Kids will enjoy our Wonderland of fun. Plus, enjoy great bargains and take home fabulous prizes. Baby Care Festival, Suntec, Singapore, 2nd to 4th March. See you there.
You're watching That's IT, and we are in Seoul this week. Now that big shot Korean companies have perfected the technologies behind their products, what's next? Taking form and design to the next level. And Samsung is taking aesthetics very seriously. It has made a big leap in making ideas and designs come true.
Samsung used to be what we would call a Me Too manufacturer of products, meaning a cheap copycat producer of what we already see in the market. I'm sure some of you out there still remember those days when Samsung was only thought of as a value-for-money kind of brand that we buy if we can't afford to buy a Sony or a Panasonic, and so on. Well, that was then. Now, Samsung is the one being copied by other brands. One reason is the company's decision to put functional design on center stage. From refrigerators to TVs, laptops to digicams, Samsung's designs are original. And we haven't even mentioned cell phones yet. Samsung is now the world leader when it comes to thin phone technology with its Ultra and Ultra Edition 2 lines.
Basically, you know, the brand vision is the world in my hand. It means that if you are holding the Samsung mobile, definitely you are holding the world. So under that kind of our brand vision's fulfillment, we try to put the world first or world best technology into mobile phone. So from the ordinary consumer's point of view, it's very hard to experience that kind of our comprehensive multimedia technology. So to provide that kind of the experience.
That's what Samsung did. It hired designers to look at not just the trends, but also to examine what is behind the surface, what consumers will want, and how they will use their gadgets. Designers are also encouraged to experience activities around their areas and to turn that experience into products to fit specific markets. Design labs were set up not just in Korea, but in many other parts of the world to do just that. And since part of Samsung's business expansion plans is to become a household brand in every corner of the world, designers are urged to design appliances and gadgets that locals in any particular market would buy and use.
They seem to do more. They've given a lot more thought into, to how simple things should be, how effective they should be, the features that appear, and they're basing their technology on not just what's available, but what's going to be available. So you're finding now that Samsung phones, various other Korean products and things will come out with things first. They'll have, the Samsung's got Blu-ray players on the market now, which nobody else seems to have.
The design center, located just a few minutes walk from the headquarters in Seoul, is a place where designers can challenge themselves. As a result, Samsung products are now synonymous to cool. They're fully functionable and still beautiful to look at. Back in Seoul, Samsung opened up its flagship Anycall Studios to showcase its designs. It is also a place for customers to soak in the experience of owning a Samsung phone. It is marketed locally in Korea as Anycall. Have your picture taken and get it printed right on the spot.
How different is it from other retail telephone outlets?
Okay, the retail store is only focused on the sales, but our brand store is more than focused on the brand experience rather than sales. That's the first differentiation. And also to fulfill that kind of things, we try to provide more some multimedia experience. And also, as you know, right now Samsung is just the global brand, so we are selling globally. Very variety of the product. So in specific region, they are very hard to see or to enjoy or to experience some variety of the design. So maybe in Anycall Studio, they can have the chance to see what kind of the variety of the product Samsung can provide.
Like these designer phones that are simply fantastic.
Gadget haute couture is hot. Dolce & Gabbana has lent their name to Motorola. LG and Prada are teaming up. Even Samsung has taken a page or two out of the Armani and CK design books. Well, coming up next, we're going to meet the people who fuel Korea's digital craze.
Talk to me.
With Hong Kong's economy expanding and seeing a budget surplus, this year's budget is spreading the wealth with huge tax relief measures and one-off rebates. All the numbers on Primetime News.
Dripping chocolate goodness, tangy sweet berries, crumbly almond crust. Typical Western dessert? Think again. Witness an explosion of flavors when bird's nest and water chestnuts are infused into this Western dessert. East meets West on Herbalicious, Thursday at 8:30 p.m.
This program is brought to you by Yu Yan Sang.
This week in Who's Who in China, we meet manufacturers making a groundbreaking difference. Ken Wong leading the charge to make Chinese herbal tea the #1 drink in China. Liang Bo-chang, maker of nail clippers, who gave away $130 million to become the father of 500 startups. Who's Who in China, Thursday and Friday at 7:30 p.m.
Watch us, we are back!
Capture the joy of this Lunar New Year with the unforgettable Bibiks from the Ways of the Matriarch.
Young Nyonya Victor, here we come!
Add a new age Nonya to this delicious recipe.
I'm Kusmang and I'm a Nyonya on fire! Kiss Macabaya! You have a lot to learn.
And you've got a season filled with cooking, laughter, and taboos. Have a very Nonya New Year every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. An Arts Central original.
Thursday. He's the heir to the 6th richest business empire in Indonesia. His father, Abu Rizal Bakri, is a cabinet minister, but scandals, both political and personal, plague the family name.
The family is much more misunderstood, but at the same time, that's life. We should run the way we live, the business, the values, as long as we know we're doing the right things.
A conversation with Anindya Bakri, Thursday at 9:30 p.m.
This program is brought to you by Subaru Tribeca.
Talk to me.
Korean consumers are the catalyst that catapulted the tech industry here to where it is today. Koreans know what they want and manufacturers listen. In turn, manufacturers anticipated what the market needs and Koreans just easily adopted to new technologies.
This is Technomart in Seoul. Seoul's answer to hungry Koreans' need for better devices. Mobile phones, computers, refrigerators, cameras, TVs, kimchi fridges, anyone? Everything is here. All 5 floors of it, too. Now, it wasn't busy when we visited in the evening, but I was told stepping in here during the weekends could be a challenge. I decided to have a look at the mobile phone area after I heard that only Samsung and LG-made phones are available for sale in Korea. As it turns out, Motorola has a presence here, albeit just a small one. Koreans are apparently very loyal to local products, and why not if they're so much more advanced than any other countries? What surprised me is the absence of Nokia or Sony Ericsson from the Korean market. Is it really that hard to compete?
It's incredibly competitive. Because it's such a fast-moving market, there's so much money there and the products are so good. It's really hard for international brands to get in there. They're very nationalistic consumers as well, so they prefer the Korean stuff. They don't like, generally speaking, US brands. iPod, for example, is not selling very well in Korea at all, whereas most of the market is taken up, like 99% is Korean MP3 players.
New mobile phones are quite expensive in Korea. But market research revealed people here still change their phones every 12 to 15 months on average. I decided I want to feel the beat from average Koreans, so we took our camera, my mic, and our translator, Mindy, down the road.
휴대폰 같은 경우에는 지금 같은 경우에는 휴대폰이 없다 그러면 생활이 불안할 정도로 생각하고 있습니다. 다른 제품 뭐 음향기 같은 경우에는요. 뭐 없으면 심심하죠. 예. MP3 갖고 다닙니다. 휴대폰은 한 1년에서 길게는 2년 정도 주기로 바꾸고 있습니다.
최근에는 5개월 만에 바꿨어요. 왜냐면 통신사를 바꾸는 바람에
한 번씩 바꾸는데 고장 나가지고 바꾸는데 많이 필요한 것 같아요. 요즘 들어서 그냥 없으면 안 될 정도 같은데 전화나 문자 많이 쓰는.
전화나 뭐 그럼 MP3 기능이
TV 많이 보는데 이게 갖고 싶어가지고 TV는. 예.
그럼 자주 보세요 텔레비전은?
예, 일 갈 때 보면서 가는데.
예, 알겠습니다.
Okay, how important is your mobile device for you?
Very important, yeah, because I need it everywhere I go, right?
What do you do with it, apart from making phone calls or sending messages?
Sometimes if I'm on the train, I play games because I'm a bit bored. Other than that, nothing much.
Do you watch TV, listen to music on your phone?
Not on this phone, no.
Well, would you if you have a phone that's capable?
I would, yeah, I would.
How often do you change your phone?
Do I change my phone? Well, I've had my recent phone for 3 years in a row, and I'm not planning on changing it for a while until I have to, so yeah.
Okay. What would you look for if you're shopping for a new phone? Let's say you're going to go shop for a new phone.
Okay, aesthetically, it has to look good. I personally didn't like slide phones until recently, so I might get a slide phone. Other than that, the manual has to be alright. Yeah. Other than that, I'm not too fussy.
And comparing, I'm assuming you've used other brand of phones. How would you compare a Korean-made phone compared to like a Nokia or a Sony Ericsson?
I've used Motorola's. The one I have is a Samsung now. I've used like Nokia, Ericsson, everything. I like Samsung best. I don't know if it's because I'm Korean, but I like Samsung's the best. Yeah.
신기종이 나오니까.
그러면 신기종이 나오면
네.
어떤 점에 끌려서 바꾸시게 되나요?
그냥 디자인이랑요.
네.
그다음에 기능.
기능 같은 거 자주 사용하세요?
그렇죠. 거의 웬만한 거는 다.
혹시 지금 DMB 폰 사용하세요?
아니요, 지금은 DMB.
그러면 휴대폰이나 다른 전자제품이 일상생활에서 어떻게 얼마나 중요하세요?
거의 필수품이죠.
왜요?
핸드폰. 없으면 불편하니까요.
어떤 점에서?
그러니까 연락하고 싶은데 연락도 못 하고.
주로 연락.
네, 주로 연락하고 어디 움직일 때 노래 듣거나 MP3 기능 같은 거.
No wonder there are phone shops like these lining the streets in Seoul.
보통 젊은 분은 한 1년에 한 번 정도, 아니면은 이제 어른들은 한 2년에 한 번 정도. 그 정도. 저희 디자인 보죠. 요즘에는 이제 성능 때보다 뭐 언제 나왔냐 이제 광고 같은 거. 젊은 분들은, 어른들은 이제 자판 크고 액션 크고 뭐 이런 거.
젊은 층은 주로 이제 디자인을 보고.
그렇죠. 이제 요즘에 TV에 이게 나왔다. 예를 들어서 그러면 이거 폰을 보는 게 아니고 그 광고에 나왔던 폰을 찾아요. 네, 그래서
그럼 중고폰은
네.
어떻게 사람들이 많이 사나요?
여기가 연대잖아요. 어학당 다니시는 분들. 그러니까 잠깐 외국 분들이 오셔서 한국에 한 달, 두 달 있어야 되는데 새 거 폰을 못 사시니까 이제 선불폰이라고 해서 요금을 먼저 내고 쓰는 폰이 있어요. 그거 이용하시려고 많이 사시죠. 한국 분들은 지금 이제 번호 이동이나 신규로 하시면 가격이 이렇게 많이 안 비싸기 때문에 주로 중고폰은 많이 사시지는 않아요. 예, 그렇죠. 그냥 새 거 폰을 번호 이동해서.
대략 한 1년 반에서 2년 정도 쓰시다가 바꾸시는 것 같으세요.
그럼 주로 바꿀 때 어떤 면을 보고 바꾸나요?
뭐 아무래도 주로 전화만 쓰시는 분이나 이제 계층마다 다른데요. 좀 나이 드시는 분들은 아무래도 전화 위주로 쓰시고, 좀 젊으신 분들은 디자인이나 기능을 많이 보시죠. 예.
요새 DMB 폰 같은 거 그런 TV 기능 찾는
그렇죠. 한 절반 이상은 그렇게 보시니까.
Well, this seems to indicate tech-savvy consumers here are really trying to outdo each other with their latest mobile phones or flat-screen LCDs.
Because they're willing to replace their phone after a year. They call it keeping up with the Kims. It's like keeping up with the Joneses, basically. If your neighbour's got a nicer phone which does more, you want to have that. It's the same. Everybody's the same to an extent, but it's very competitive, very aggressive. There are prestige brands, luxury brands, and things are far more popular in Korea.
And with that kind of mindset, Korean manufacturers would be just too happy to keep pushing out new gadgets from their production lines.
Where Korea goes from here is pretty much up to the consumers and how willing the companies are to cater to their needs. But one thing is for sure, once you go digital, there's no turning back. If you'd like to learn more about our experience here in South Korea, do check us out at channelnewsasia.com/that'sit. I'm Timothy Go. That's it. Time to go home.
Channel News Asia, a network of MediaCorp News.
Catch this program plus many more on Mob TV.
I saw a peacock with a fiery tail. I saw a blazing comet drop down hail. I saw a cloud with ivy circled round. I saw a sturdy oak creep on the ground. I saw a raging sea brim full of ale. I saw a Venice glass 16 foot deep. I saw a well full of men's tears that weep. I saw their eyes all in a flame of fire. I saw a house as big as the moon and higher. I saw the sun even in the midst of night. I saw the man that saw these sights.